Blinded by their own egos, they dared to mock the most feared warrior in the ring, Iron Mike Tyson, unaware they were awakening a beast that should never have been provoked. Get ready to witness how Iron Mike mercilessly punishes these fools for their dirty tricks. In the early 90s, Donovan Razor Ruddock was seen as a destructive force, leaving his opponents with no options. But one day, he revealed his darker side to the world. Convinced he was untouchable, Ruddock climbed the rankings, believing not even Mike Tyson could challenge him. In 1991, the two titans finally met in the ring. Right from the start, Ruddock wasted no time and began tearing into Tyson with his sharp punches. To Iron Mike, those blows were mere mosquito bites. In the blink of an eye, Tyson unleashed his full arsenal, delivering a brutal beatdown to the overconfident Ruddock. In the end, only the referee saved Ruddock, who had no choice but to accept defeat. The first fool to cross Tyson's path was Andrew Golota, notorious for his dirty tactics and an insatiable appetite. As if, besides boxing, Golota also played pool, never missing a shot. Indeed, that's right. But before the fight even began, Tyson's mere presence filled Golota with dread. He didn't even dare look Mike in the eyes. As soon as the bell rang, under pressure, Tyson, like a predator, pounced on the massive Golota, demolishing him with every punch. Each blow was devastating, and the helpless giant could only hope for the bell to catch a breath. In the end, only the sound of the bell interrupted the public execution. Golota, unable to withstand 2 rounds against Mike, fled the ring in cowardice, forever etched in boxing's Hall of Shame. The crowd showed their contempt for the pathetic coward, throwing whatever they could find as he abandoned the fight after the second round. This was expected to have no real impact on Iron Mike Tyson. In 1988, Mike Tyson was set to face the man who would become his greatest enemy, Larry Holmes. Without realizing it, Holmes created a monster that day by crushing the man young Mike idolized, none other than Muhammad Ali. At the time, Ali was already aging, with Parkinson's disease taking hold of his body. The 14-year-old Tyson, crying as he watched his idol fall, swore to himself that one day he would avenge Ali's defeat. After years of waiting, Tyson finally got his chance to settle the score. Holmes, arrogant and underestimating the young man carrying Ali's legacy, chose to provoke him, but Tyson didn't fall for his games, knowing his fists would say everything necessary in the ring. Before the fight, Ali's great mentor personally approached Tyson and asked him to avenge his loss. When the bell rang in the very first round, Tyson's fists turned into hammers, writing the final chapter of the villain's story. Every moment of the fight made Holmes regret what he had done to Tyson's hero. It didn't take long for Mike, with no intention of prolonging the one-sided thrashing, to send the arrogant Holmes crashing to the canvas. The old Larry Holmes was used to getting up and fighting back, but as he stood, he ignited Tyson's fuse, and a missile-like punch hit its target seconds later. In the end, Tyson was like a raging bull in a china shop, avenging the legend and ensuring Holmes felt every second of it. Jesse Ferguson, a veteran with 14 wins and 11 knockouts, was another who dared to step into the ring with Tyson. He had previously beaten Buster Douglas, who would later shock the world by defeating Tyson, making Ferguson seem like a serious contender for the 19-year-old Kid Dynamite. But Ferguson, overly confident, thought he could out-talk and out-fight Tyson. On February 16, 1986, the trash talk ended as it was time for fists to hold the press conference. As soon as the bell rang, Tyson charged like a runaway train, using his peekaboo style to dismantle the hapless Ferguson. It seemed Tyson didn't just want to knock him out, but make him suffer a bit more. Ferguson tried clinching like a desperate lover, hoping for a miracle, but Tyson wasn't in the mood for romance. With a barrage of punches, he sent Ferguson to another dimension. The result? Ferguson was humiliated, and Tyson claimed yet another devastating victory. In August 1986, Tyson faced the towering Jose Ribalta, who believed his size would crush Tyson, with his trainer adding fuel to the fire as if it were a barbecue. When the fight began, no one could have predicted what was coming. Tyson's punches seemed to barely tickle Ribalta's iron chin, but after one massive blow, the giant hit the canvas, and everyone thought it was over. Against all odds, Ribalta got up as if nothing had happened, leaving even Tyson wondering, is this guy made of steel? But Ribalta's durability was only due to his granite chin. Tyson kept hammering until Ribalta's face looked like ground meat. In the end, Tyson won the fight, making it clear the loudmouth giant had no chance against him. The rivalry with Carl Williams dated back years. At 17, Tyson took a beating in a sparring session against a 23-year-old Williams. 6 years later, the kid from the ghetto was a legend with belts, while Williams could only boast about landing shots on an inexperienced Tyson. In 1989, they finally met in an official fight, and Mike was eager to settle the score. Williams tried to keep him at bay, but one single punch from Tyson ended it all. With that blow, Mike stole Williams' soul and confidence, leaving the giant utterly humiliated. In 1996, Tyson faced the brash Brit Frank Bruno. The muscular Englishman, overly confident in his strength and big mouth, dared to publicly insult Tyson. That was the worst mistake he could make, as Mike came into the fight ablaze, ready to teach him a lesson. With more weight and height, Bruno thought he had the edge. From the first second, Tyson showed why he was the most feared man on the planet. Early on, Bruno realized he was trapped in the ring with a hungry predator, and he was the meal. All Bruno could do was clench Tyson like a pillow instead of fighting. Tyson had no mercy, putting the loudmouth to sleep and turning him into a sleeping beauty. In January 1999, the opponent was Francois Botha, another shameless cheat. From the start, Botha resorted to dirty tactics, but Tyson wasn't fazed. He hunted Botha down and punished him with blows, as if the man had stolen his lunch. Knowing he couldn't win fairly, Botha tried to play smart and hit Tyson after the bell, sparking chaos in the ring. Tyson tolerated none of it. With one perfectly placed punch, he found the game over button on Botha's chin. Just like that, one punch and it was over. That night, everyone was reminded why Kid Dynamite was feared across the heavyweight division. So, take note, never make Mike Tyson lose his cool unless you want to find out what it's like to have your lights turned out.